I do believe Beanie wants some of this apple crisp. I'm sorry, Beanie, it's not for cats. Almost on time. Get a tweet out and a Discord. I have kind of a pretty good direction of where I think I'm going. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then a Discord. Benny, why don't you just settle down? Alrighty. That's all ready to go. I have a little bit of testing to do. And while I do that, I'm going to be eating my apple crisp that I went through such length to get this here whipped cream right here. Well, it's not actually whipped cream. But man. Hey Amethyst, hey Dino. Car lurk after your drive through of the moment. So that means I have to up my narration game. So that means I can't be chewing too much. Okay, this is only a small portion of apple crisp that I got myself. You guys know this saga with the Ready Whip container. If you haven't seen my pictures in the Discord, I was horrified. I was like, no! I couldn't believe it. Not yet. Still in the drive-thru. Okay. Yeah, so we came across these colors while we were going through the Colors by Llarowe haul the other day. And I had kind of picked them all out as colors I would not mind having on my nails. Should I move my food like out of the shot? Is that rude? Like, look at my coconut milk Ready Whip. Yeah, no, I actually found a tool that worked pretty well for it, Amethyst. Not specifically Musical. We didn't really have much of a celebration. There's some other stuff going on right now, so I'll probably wait until after that, but thank you, Amethyst. It got to the just throw it in a damn ponytail state. But once it's like up in a puff, it's actually like the frizzier the better, because it gives me a little bit more volume. Otherwise it starts looking a little bit weird and flat. I felt that's like the stage it was at like yesterday. Yeah, Beanie wants some of the, let's see, I'll use the other end of my spoon. He thinks he wants some of the Ready Whip, but I don't think he knows that it's coconut milk Ready Whip. Let's see. What do you think about that? He never even licked it. He just sniffed it. He thinks it's the regular kind, which he loves. He as soon as I got the can out, he was like, "What? What's up, Ready Whip?" My review on the coconut milk Ready Whip, by the way, is that it's quite good, quite sweet. Which, I mean, coming from me is not exactly a complaint. But I kind of think I do prefer a more neutral whipped topping. Like, it does pretty good on the texture front, but the taste is not like a duplicate in taste for regular Ready Whip. Anyway. we came across these colors and they got set aside as, you know, I might like to wear those on my nails like real soon. And then they were sitting next to each other. I was like, I might like to wear those on my nails with each other real soon. And hello anyone I didn't like say hello to. I'm distracted because I really shouldn't be eating on stream. When I first started streaming, I thought that I would never ever eat on stream, but it was like I didn't want to wait later to stream, and I thought I could do this like during the beginning setup phase. And really, I hope it's not too distracting. Hi, Bethflor. Dried pears and dried apples. You could probably rehydrate them and turn them into a crisp. Man, this string art just sitting here chilling out on this page. I really don't know if we're going to do that when Hornet comes out, you guys. Like, it's cool, but it's so much work. Like, oh my God. And the string is so, like, finicky. I still really do like this design. I wish it was a little bit, like, messier. Like, it's so flawlessly like that. And I wish I had a smaller dagger, but we don't even have a release date, so that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm starving right now. Just have spaghetti. But the apple crisp is warm, so... Not as bad with the yellow stopper music. I think you said that you dip the thread in the yellow stopper also. So then they're both kind of like grabbing each other. I think these are the other three that we had out. As a possible gradient from the haul. But my thought with those, and I think I might even have said it when we were looking at them, is if you do, I mean, I've done gradient water marbles with like black and clear on top, but what about if I did a gradient and then I did the gradient colors plus clear in a water marble? This one is a little bit, has some slightly larger flecks of sparkle in it, but I'm hoping all three of these would water marble also. Cute accent nails, yeah. With these sweet browns, yeah. A hive one would be pretty good. Not dipped, stroked on. So like, did you just like hold it up and then just like whoosh. It'll definitely, it's like a part of me wants to do it just for the challenge. That is a little bit weird. Maybe it's the headphone. I mean, every headphone has its own like personality. Like the ones I use for Hollow Knight, sometimes things sound weird or I think I hear something in the background. Dinah wants to live vicariously through your food. Okay, let's swatch these out. We'll swatch these other three out too, just because they're here and because they're pretty. So we know what we have to look forward to, because we have to start testing for Water Marble March probably Saturday. I'll put it out there. This could be the first test for Water Marble March, and we could, you know, just do the swatches right now because we want to look at them. Where's my... There it is. What is today? The 20th, you guys? Yep. God, that's very messy writing. Farmer Boys, crispy zucchini. Wait, you have a drive-through location or something where you can go get crispy zucchini? That sounds delicious. Hi, Sunburnt. Oh, Your son says hi to Bean. Bean, you got a very young fan out there. Mm-hmm. That's actually kind of great though, Musical. Because I'm all for convenient food, but I'm not a particular fan of most fast food. Mm-hmm. This is Baby It's Cold Outside. It's kind of fun we're doing these before the ones we're even going to be using today. They're so pretty though. It's like a very deep blue. It's got a couple different kinds of like flecks in it. Turkey meatballs with provolone. I mean, anything smothered in provolone sounds pretty good. I forgot to tell you guys the name of this. It's way too much. Very nice and opaque. Young Turks. How's the ring light treating the hollow today? Not super kindly. It's there though. You guys can see some of it. And this bright green it is... and I'm going to try and get it on the first try this time, you guys. Bananas and Krispy Kremes are better than HBO. I struggled so hard with that. I remember specifically during the haul. Yeah. Those are going to go bomb together, you guys. So just imagine, like with a water marble, like you could have a design, you could either have them like spaced out, or you could have them like all three together, and then a gap, a clear, and then like all three together over top of a gradient. Shouldn't let stoners name these. Didn't somebody decide that these were inspired by Ferris Bueller's Day Off? I remember when Krispy Kremes first came to Minnesota and people like lost their shit. Like, oh my God, it's Krispy Kremes. Hey, Prismatic. My pronunciation is going to be tested again. We had an entire conversation about this polish, which the camera is not at a depth to properly focus on, but that's another... excuse me, guys. Conversation. Danke, Shoen. Not as good as you remembered. Daylight Donuts. I've never heard of them. Ooh, that's very dark. Oh, with that gorgeous like copper shimmer in there. Camera's not doing it any favors. Camera's not doing me any favors either today. I should turn on my other lights, but I'm too lazy. Sorry, you guys get the video game lighting where I don't usually have the ring light on. No, sometimes you just gotta hear a particular song. Doe-eyed. You see the slightly bigger glitter in there? There we go. Or almost flaky. Are they flaky? Yeah, they're not uniform size. I don't think there's enough of them to cause a problem with sponging. Hopefully. Hopefully we still get like a good amount of them and a good like distribution of them. The lightest one is Blonde Ambition, which is like the least sparkly but the most hollow of the three. See how both of these, both the darker ones have like those little flaky sparkles in them, but this one is like pew, hollow. I'm also thinking that it might be cool to do a little bit of stamping on top just to kind of like jazz it up a little tiny bit more. Maple ice donuts. If I were going to have a donut, that is one of the kinds that would make me have one amethyst. Hey, Dogmaster. There was a point where I had a desk. I wasn't like a secretary, but my desk was kind of like where a secretary's desk would be. There was like a counter that was pretty much like just above head height. So that, of course, as the central location in the office, that's where donuts would get placed. Like right here, like the scent would just... But it wasn't a treat because at this office there were always donuts, and I grew to almost like hate the smell of donuts. Like, oh, fuck it. Why are you pulling your boat around? Okay, we just got like 9 inches of snow, and I just saw some asshole drive by in front of my house towing their boat. The fuck is wrong with you? Okay, sorry. Complete tangent. But, yeah. Let's finish this apple crisp. For anybody that just joined us, I had a saga, a Ready Whip saga, that ended successfully with me applying it as topping to fresh baked apple crisp. So like now after that, and that was years ago. That was okay. That was over 10 years ago by now. I don't even know. I'm not gonna think too hard about it because I'll start feeling old. At least over 10 years. And you know, just ever since then, donuts have to be really, really what I want instead of just like, ooh, donuts. Any donut will do. Any donut will not do. Okay. Okay. I just had like completely finished. Oh, still not. Look, there's little oaty bits stuck in my mouth. Oh, so good. We have the spongy kind of sponges that we like. Well, that's redundant, isn't it? The spongier, the softer kind of sponges that we like. And we're going to see how these gradient together. And then I'll show you the plates that I was looking at. I actually already went through my plates and pulled a couple that I thought might be cool. I'm thinking that Blonde Ambition might be a stampable hollow. He doesn't seem interested in it because it's coconut milk, whipped cream, whipped topping. I don't know. Can you call it whipped cream still? It's Ready Whip, but it's coconut milk. So I offered him some because he thought it was regular Ready Whip. Because, I mean, he knows what Ready Whip looks like and sounds like. Yes, more porous. Especially with these kind of polishes that have like a little bit of a chunkier glitter aspect to them. I find that you get less of that all the glitter sitting on the top symptom that sometimes you can get with more dense sponges, which results in like when you stamp it, like you can't really get an even application of the glitter. Or like stamping pixie dusts. Pixie dusts can be tricky because they're kind of on the chunky side. Nails are still a bit short. I kind of like them at this length. This is where I'm like, of course I would like them longer because I love long nails, but I'm really comfortable with them at this length. They feel very functional. they feel like I'm not likely to like accidentally break one as much as when they're longer. Because, I mean, we've established I'm a complete klutz. This hand is a little bit short. We've had a couple issues with this middle finger here, but yeah, I like them at this length. I prefer them longer. We'll see. Plus, with Water Marble March, of course, it's always kind of nicer. I mean, you can, of course, marble on any length of nails, but longer nails are just more canvas. So, oh wow, that's so dark on sponging. Wow, look how dark you are. Okay, need much less of that. Much less of that. Coconut is not the devil. I would give Manny real whipped cream if I had it. It is a very fall combination. Wow. It's dried. It's dried in the notebook as dark as it looks on the paper there. Like this bronze, where is that? Like on the sponge? Like, wow, it's so dark. Okay, we need to like really, let's just try on the other side here. Okay, like that. These two don't even need to overlap that much. We need a lot of the middle color, like almost to the end, and this like a tiny bit and mostly overlapping with the darkest color. Wow. Wow, it's so dark. Okay, I'm caught unprepared here because this was supposed to just like automatically be like a great gradient together. And it's not. Yeah, it'll tell you what it's or if the notification pops up in the little, where would I be pointing at? Like over there, I think. Whatever it is, a bell. Okay, let's try another layer and see if this continues to be this dark. I think if you click on it, it'll take you there. Or you can, like, you know, right click and open it up in another tab or whatever. Wow, it's so dark. Unanticipated. Wow, look how pretty that is on the sponge, you guys. Look at those flakies just popping. My flakies just popping, y'all. God, that's so dark. How many times have I said that? I'm shocked. I'm legitimately shocked. Is it too dark? I mean, I'm caught off guard. It's still nice. It actually looks less dark with a second coat. Like more of the bronze is coming through. Maybe I should do a third coat. But up here, it's like opaque and it's dark. We'll do a third coat. This might not be the nail art I intended it to be, y'all. I mean, that could be a thing, too. Like, just do a gradient with these two and then do something nail arty. Oh, no. I had polish on my finger and then I touched my pants. Oh well. Cheap leggings. I can't be that mad. Let's do a third coat, but or I just need to like completely change plans. We could do like, I don't know what else. Beckon to snuggle. Oh. Hollow leggings. I've seen those. It seems like to be perfectly hollow, they'd have to be like a material that doesn't have proper stretch to it. And I need a generous amount of stretch in my leggings, if I'm going to be completely honest. Just a little bit of that dark. Man, oh, I love these flakies though. Okay. Okay, look at this on the third coat, you guys. Like all of a sudden it's not that bad. I mean, it's still dark. It's really, really dark. But the other colors are coming up a little bit more. It's blending a little bit more. A little bit more of that bronze undertone is coming through. Blonde Ambition is actually darker when it's sponged like this than when it's just like painted on. You see the difference between like this and this? I mean, that's the same polish. I mean, these three are these three. The sponging quite changes their personality. So, like, one of the things I'd have to pick is like, okay, do we want dark at the cuticle or dark at the tip? And in this case, I was kind of thinking dark at the cuticle. Although that's so much darker than I thought, it might be really kind of fucking difficult to clean up. But also possibly with the possibility of like some stamping on top in the lightest color as an accent. Hollow does go with everything. I mean, how could it not? I like this too. It's fall. I know it's not. What am I doing? Is there nail polish somewhere? I don't realize there's nail polish like on a handle or like on a fucking, I don't like. Okay. So the next question then. So we have determined I'm going to have to be super, super careful. I don't want too much dark on the nail. Like we're going to aim for, like, how can I show like that? Like we're not like half as much dark. Like just oops, touched it. A little bit of dark. Okay, so things that I was looking at. This one. Where's the reflection? Oh, it's so well. Actually, that actually kind of works good. This one here. I like the feel in my head. I was wishing I had like some steampunk gears. Something like that. This corner part right here. So picture that in the lightest gold, like coming into the darker, like, you know, choo. I don't have any gears. I don't have any like steampunk plates. Which one of these? So French tip designs can also be used to like accent the moon area of your nail, which is basically what I'm going to be doing. And I think I was looking at this one, which is very similar to this one, actually, but it's a little bit less intricate, actually. Actually, I'm going to call this one instead. That one's better. Hey Luke, enjoy your lurk. I'm doing really well. I had a little bit of a scare when I thought I could not access my coconut Ready Whip, but I found a solution and everything turned out all right. I mean, it's so funny. It was so funny even at the time. I couldn't help but to be like intentionally dramatic because it was just so absurd. This one right here, like not the whole thing of it, like probably like maybe that much of it, like picture that coming from the cuticle. What else have I pulled out here? Oh, another plate of like French tippy designs that, like I said, can also be used to accent the moon area. I think the one I was mainly looking at was like this one right here, or maybe this one right here, or I don't remember. And then why do I have this out? Okay, I don't know why that's out. We don't need that. I was just aghast. I thought, you know, at first it's just like the thing had popped off and all I would have to do is put it on there. But I picked it up and I was like, you could see the little tube part and then it had broken at this jagged angle and I was just like. And then I was just like trying to find something small enough to cram in there and then like, it was an absurd situation. It was delicious though. These are pretty small and it's going to depend on how well, let's get a paper towel. It's going to depend on how well Blonde Ambition stamps. So let's, do we have room here? Yeah. Here we go. For only $1. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to go look immediately, even though I'm not supposed to be buying any more stamping plates. Because I have so many I haven't used, but then I have so many that I still want. Because it's like, but I don't have what I'm looking for in the moment. Okay, let's make sure this is clean before we get started. Everybody, please cross your fingers. Actually, I don't think I'm going to set that there. That this stamps for us. Oh, that's a little bit cleaner. Oh, look at you guys. Where did I set it? I need to put the brush back in there. The brush was like weird. And I felt like it needed to be cleaned off, so I just did that. I can put it back in here. Hold on, here it comes. Here it comes. It's my liquid latex in its own little small bottle, and you do not even understand how messy this was for me. If anybody else has experienced this, getting it from this little hair pot and in this little hair bottle, please tell me. I was trying so hard. It was so messy. I mean, it wasn't that bad to clean up, but I was just like, but we get to, if we do a gradient or something else that requires, I mean, yeah, we're doing a gradient. We're going to use that tonight. We're going to use our new latex. Yeah, that, like, it kind of worked, but I was like, I just need to find something to really get in there and just like, and it did. It actually worked pretty freaking good. You like the little heart with wings? I like that one too. Oops. That's like way too much glare. There we go. Not quite, I think, what I want for this one though. I have so many that it's like, oh, I want to use that, but I don't know when I'll ever use it. The round butt, the little butt with the wings. And it could be a butt. Like if you look at it like paper funnel. A medicine syringe. I wonder if do I have that thingy? I might have something like that. Okay, what's our Q-tip situation like? Oops. We'll see here. This is a pretty detailed image. How it goes. Oh, that's difficult to scrape. I don't like this plate. I feel like that actually picked up really good, but it's extremely hard to tell. So it'd be something like, oh, that's so faint. Would Topcoat? Where's my Topcoat? Super, super faint. I don't feel like I got a good scrape on it. Topcoat pops it a little. Can you guys even see? I'm not on camera. Fuck. It didn't really... You can't see it though. I stamped it on the darker section. I want to try it again. I want to try and get a better scrape. Because the way this plate is laid out, I should have paid more attention to it before I scraped it. It's got like valleys on either side of it, so it's hard to find a level spot to scrape it. Yeah, my new latex Musicale. Because it's in that big old... Well, it's not big. It's quite small, but it's like a small, round little jar. And getting it into the nail polish thing. Like, I had a little funnel. But I was just having a time. A heck of a time, one might say. Maybe this would actually scrape better in this direction. I'd have to be careful. Where's something dark to... There. See how it picks up all that extra stuff? I'd have to make one of my little funnels. Or use this. Which is kind of like finicky. But let's see how this... Yeah, like you can see that one a little bit better. It's too faint for what I was envisioning though. Like way, way too faint. Even I'm sure with Topcoat. I wonder, you know, let's just try this. I mean, we got all this stuff out. A plastic syringe. All right, thank you, Musicale. That's what somebody said. LJ also said they use a syringe. I don't know. I don't have like any syringes conveniently just hanging out in my nail polish like arsenal, but there might be a syringe somewhere around the house. I kind of remember having like a feedy squishy tube for Frisky at one point. And I think I even had it. I was like, oh, I could do something nail art with this, but then I never did, and I don't remember what I did with it. This is also going to be way too light, and I didn't clean off my stamper. Let's get rid of this extra border. I used the middle color there just out of curiosity, and that looks pretty freaking faint also. Well, you know what we gotta try? We can't not try the darkest color. It actually is more pigmented than I expected, so maybe it will surprise me and stamp better than I think. Oh, no worries, Musicale. The text-to-speech is usually pretty good. If it's making typos, they're good enough typos that I'm skimming right over them. So you just get this border. If I had a cone, it would be pretty easy. Like I made last time out of just like some masking tape. I'll do this one up here. Okay, so that works. That's the thing. Ah! Sorry. See, Musicale, it's a never-ending battle. Well, you can't see because you're driving. Listen to me. I just did a whole bunch of stuff off camera because I'm a spaz. But the darker color is actually like stamping the best out of all of them. So I want to try that again going in the opposite direction. Oops, not clean stamper. Oh well. We'll just go like right here. That's okay, that's a horrible pickup. I should have just cleaned the stamper. That would have been, the time spent on that would have been better than the time spent on a whole wasted stamp. Don't be impatient with your nail art, boys and girls. Oh, Luke said he was lurking. I wonder if he finished watching my horrible seed. And hello, Poisonous. I think I was talking to you, but I don't think I said hello to you. So hi. Oh, okay. I'm feeling less spastic if this works. So see, like, there again though, like all that extra stuff we obviously don't want. So you can, like with a roller, like super carefully, like, of course this one's so dirty too, like finding the sticky spots, but it's like clean it off like that. What if I did like this? Oh, why didn't you stick? Come on. Because I waited so long fucking around trying to show you guys how to clean off a stamper. I wonder if woo! We just unstamped the notebook, y'all. Wow. If you could do that on your nails, if your nails were fully dry. I think that's a thing. I didn't come up with that. That's already a thing. Just most people's nails aren't fully dry when they're stamping. Like, it's kind of nice to have them a little bit tacky because then you don't even have that problem because it sticks to it. Do I have something? Where's my yellow stopper? Here it is. Yeah, that was crazy. I wasn't sure if that would work at all. Just a little bit to get this in the notebook. I think we may have found our manicure. Okay. Where did I put, oh, there it is. The scraper. Alright. And again, I'm like trying to go fast, but if I had the little cone thing, that's much more detailed. I think that would work great. Okay, that still had a little bit of issue, probably because the yellow stopper was not quite fully dry, but I think that's maybe what we're gonna go for, you guys. Or is that too subtle? I think it'll look great. Like, it'll be how much of this will fit on my nail? Like most of it. Pretty most of it. And then, you know, the point will be right at the point of my nail. I kind of can't either, LJ. Where are we here? This can go away. This can also go away, and this can go away. And this can clean up a little bit. Let's put this over here. God, my fingers have got polish all over them. I'm just, okay, just set that down. Let's clean the plate off a little bit. Definitely gonna need to get, like I said, my tape out so that I can make, hold on. So, what I did last time with my, like, wide tape here, gonna rip off a piece. Life hack, if anybody does not already know this, like fold the little piece over so you can have a lip to find your way next time you need some tape. Okay, now oops, want to roll this up with the sticky part on the outside. So, just like sticky part on the outside. And this will create a little wand that I can use to clean up on the stamper. Okay, let's put this, that could just go like right there. I wonder, yeah, probably I should use the lightest as the base, I suppose. I have a couple ideas. We took a couple notes the other day on stream of just ideas of stuff I want to do for Water Marble March. The last couple weeks I've been doing pretty good at doing 2 nail art streams a week. So I think if I can keep that up through Water Marble March with maybe like a couple extra bonus streams in there from time to time, I think that would be really good. But I don't have a firm plan yet. Alrighty. Oops, let's close the sesh feet. We are going to need the big boy. Apologies for the jiggles. There we go. Actually, I don't want to get this wet quite yet. Let's just set that over there while I clean off. Oh, I'm going to need some more acetone here, it looks like. God, this little thing is such a dirty little dish. Sometimes I'll take a minute and like clean it out a little bit, because otherwise, if you have really dirty acetone, it can, you know, get on your skin when you're trying to clean up, or even like if you're trying to clean up like a white polish, your acetone needs to be clean, or you're gonna have a bad time. But yeah, I think I always try to do like just a wide variety of stuff. So I'm just gonna hope that I can, I don't know, I don't want to like put overly pressure on myself or like stress out about it, and I don't want to burn out as much as I did with 12 Days of Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. I really am. I want to do some more of those, like that design we did with the red and the black around Valentine's Day. I can't wait to play some more with that. A couple other just different ideas and techniques that I'm looking forward to trying. I had a couple hangnails and I got a little bit overzealous, so if I wince like right about now, that's what's up with that. Man, it really stings. Oh, be careful with your cuticle nippers, people. That's why I rarely use them. Like, they're so easy to like go just a little bit too far and then you're screwed. But when you have an actual hangnail, there's very little that's as good at getting like really close in. You just, like I said, you gotta not get too close. So try to clean up some of this extra polish I just have all over myself. What's under here? I hate it when I can like feel little lumps under my mat. Like, what is under here? Crumbs or something. Apple crisp crumbs. No, the apple crisp came after I already had the miracle mat out. I really don't. I don't think. The thing is, of course, that all of my water marble testing... Do I have some handy? Well, you guys know, I use the strips. Those don't get, like, put in the book the same way as the rest of my testing. Like, they're not in order. I don't get rid of them, but they're not really, like, sorted. So, I feel like... Oh, it's this side. Like, this side of my hair is just doing something kind of weird. And I don't want to touch it too much because I just cleaned off my nails. Yeah, everything is so dry and so gross in winter. I'm over it. I'm ready for spring. I swear to God, the groundhog said we were supposed to have spring, but we're due to get like a bunch more snow still. Snacks for later. Ooh. Yeah, no. I mean, I try to just... I don't know. Well, of course, they look dry now because I just cleaned them all with acetone. My cuticles are not too bad right now. What's this right here? But they're nothing to write home about either. Like, they're in passable condition, I would say. Do you guys want to be a little bit closer? Let me zoom you in. And put this back on top. Okay. Starting off with clean dry nails, we're going to begin with a base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Got like little bubbles. Oh well. Hopefully they'll settle out. I did not do my mom's nails this afternoon, those of you who know. That was possibly the part of the plan. If I had done them, I'd have taken a picture and at least shown you guys a picture. I don't know about getting her on stream. She doesn't seem into it. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's perfectly fine. It's just like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, why not? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, okay then. Like, I just feel like if it was like an expectation that maybe she had a wrong expectation, I could reassure her of that. But maybe one day you guys' curiosity will be fulfilled. These windows are still not in appropriate order. There, that's better. That's better. Alright. Then we'll do base color, then we'll do latex. And I don't know, well, of course she's on text. I was going to say she's driving, but then I was like, but she's on text-to-speech. Musica, how do you tell when the stuff is dry? Does it just kind of look dry, or do you have to kind of check it? I'm assuming it probably won't take that long to dry. I mean, how different can latex really be? Quite different is the answer, because I have had latex before that was not real easy to work with as far as protection for nail art. But I mean, I've now seen this in action since Musical did her first nail art stream. Anybody that missed out, you can go follow her. Do I have a mod here that could like shout her out? It was a really good stream, Musical. Yeah. I mean, and there's points. I mean, we've talked about that before, like the difference between online friends and real life friends, and I don't know, like you could think about it both ways. Like, boy, you better be careful of people you meet on the internet, but like, hey, guess what? Those are the same people you meet in real life. Maybe you should be careful of the people you meet in real life. Like, you can't just everybody, you know, is a con artist and a sham, and you know. I'm still not like, it's like I want it to go back, and it keeps like a part of it's like flopping forward at a weird angle. It's probably because, I mean, I'm gonna keep looking down. Oh, what did I just ask? Oh, how you tell when it's dry, the latex. Well, I'm not even there yet. I don't have to worry about it. So I should practice my pronunciation of this shit since I'm going to use it in a tutorial. Danke Shoen. Danke Shoen? Danke Shoen, my darling. Okay. Yeah, that's okay pronunciation. I don't know. I always get super self-conscious about pronunciation when I was gonna get right back to it, camera, I promise. How you tell when this kind is dry? Like with the Simply Peel, it gets clear and then you just can see the sparkles, but does it just look dry, or do you have to give it a little bit of a tap test, or Danke Shoen. Oh, I feel like however I say it, I'm not going to be pleased, and somebody's going to tell me another way. Because somebody else said more like Shane than Shen, or Shoen, or Shun. Grr. No. It's just frustrating. I don't know. I don't want to sound like completely stupid, but I am completely stupid about other languages, basically. Shifty. That's a great word, son. Everybody's shifty. I'll have to really keep an eye on it this. Okay, maybe this sneeze is not coming. Yeah, I'll have to really just pay attention to it. I mean, I'm assuming it'll be pretty quick. Stop moving, please, camera. Or rather, ring light, which camera is mounted to. The colors that I'm using today are all... Of course, I hate it when I say colors and then the name is colors. The polishes that I'll be using today are all colors by Llarowe. The darkest brown is... I couldn't, like, nothing literally would come out of my mouth. Oh, you know, that's excellent. That's an excellent suggestion. Alright, you guys will be able to hear this too, I think. Play.
Danke schön.
Danke schön. But that's not spelled the same.
Danke schön.
Danke.
Danke schön.
Danke schön.
Danke schön. Danke schön. Danke schön.
Okay, stop. What's this one say? Yeah, this one's spelled the same way.
Dankeschön.
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 Dankeschön. Okay. Will I be able to say it with my camera on? Dankeschön. I'm sorry. It's so hard for me. And then it's absurd, and then it's hilarious. That is the natural of progression. That is the ring of when they show those rings that like start one place and then goes around. That's the ring here. The polishes that I'll be using are all colors by Llarowe. The darkest brown is Dankeschön. The medium kind of bronze is Doe-Eyed. And the lightest is called Blonde Ambition, which I'll also be using as my base color. Once I've got that applied, I'll be protecting around my nails with liquid latex. I did it! I did it! I don't know if I did it well, but at least I got something to come out of my mouth. This would be great just on its own. It's like a mannequin hands type of a hollow. But it's so good. So hollow. Thank you, Music Al. All right. I can feel my anxiety like ticking down a little bit since I managed to successfully pronounce it. All right. Oh, it's so pretty. Can you guys see the hollow? It just looks glowy kind of on the webcam. I'm thinking about ordering the other webcam before Water Marble March, and I can't decide if it's like excessive or like a good good move. There you can see some of it. Just no, it isn't a bottle. I had a hell of a time, Music Al. I made a huge mess. I had a funnel, but it just like it didn't want to go through the funnel smoothly. And it didn't want to like pour out of the tub smoothly. And like some sort of injection solution would have worked much better. I basically in the end gave in to the inevitability of it being a mess. Just tried to minimize it as much as possible and then fucking clean up when I was done. So yeah, I wonder if my cousin still keeps up her German. She took it in high school, and I want to say she continued it in college, and she actually went to Germany. So I'm assuming she spoke it pretty well since she went there. But I don't know if she still keeps it up. Okay. New latex, y'all. So this is recommended by several viewers. I'm gonna always remember Music Gal now because I've actually seen her apply it, but like a whole bunch of other people also recommended this liquid latex fashions brand. Basically, it comes in a bunch of colors. It's like it's a big thing, but it's actually like a small thing. Like for... Did I just smudge it? Kinda, yeah. For a nail product, it's It's kind of large, but I mean, real in comparison to other actual large things, it's not. I smudged this a little bit, grabbing that. Anyway, had an empty bottle. I stuck it in there. It's a white pearl, although it's not very pearly. Could have just got white, but I think the white pearl was a little bit cheaper, so. Let's see here. The syringes. Ah. Yes. I might, like I said, I gotta see if I have the thing that I think that I have. Or if that got lost in the shuffle somewhere. Oh, come on. Yeah, I had some empty bottles. This actually was like an empty bottle. It wasn't just like a polished bottle that got empty. It's like a legit empty bottle. So, I loaded it up and, we're gonna see here how it goes. I mean, it's very liquidy. Almost too liquidy. We'll see how it peels. I mean, I'm assuming I don't want to do too thin of a coat, Musical, or it won't peel. But I don't want to do too thick of a coat, or, of course, it will take forever and a half to dry. Can get really close with it, though. It's so smooth. I mean, in comparison to Simply Peel. I'm so tempted to go inside my cuticles, but I'm not gonna. Simply Peel was always giving me issues, unfortunately, with getting glommy. Like, it peeled great, but I would get very frustrated with the application. And this is, I mean, assuming this peels well, it's really, really nice. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how it peels. We'll have to wait until after the sponging. Probably gonna have to do 3 layers if the testing was an accurate indication. Look at this, it is getting almost translucent and it is getting a definite pearl sheen to it. Look at that pinky compared to the index. Oops, that's not what I meant to push, but it's fine. Yeah, it's getting much much pearlier as it dries. Oh my god, look at that hollow trying to come through the camera at y'all. But like, this is still pretty wet and it's just kind of just looks white, whereas these are more dry and definitely I'm quite pleased with this color choice. Like, that's dry now. I mean, that seems dry to me. So, yeah, quick dry time. You can still, like, see visually that it is dry, which I like. And it feels, oops. We'll fix that in a sec. What word do I want to use? It feels very flexible, like it would peel well. Not like almost crumbly. I don't know how to describe the feeling. Sometimes you can almost feel it and you know the latex is going to give you a bad peel because of the way that it feels. Like it's just going to be a flaky mess when you peel it off, and most of the time you're right. I've got strimmer nose itch going on too. Okay. I'm trying to be so careful. My application really isn't all that on point. Yeah. This would be, I don't know about this as an outfit. This would be damn near transparent. I think they have a base color you'd maybe want to use if you were trying to have your outfit pearly. Or, you know, maybe that's how you roll. So pearly see-through painted on outfit. Okay, so like latex in most cases, if you over apply it or get it somewhere where you don't want, like if it touches your nail, like it kind of ended up doing on my pinky, once it is dry, you can like kind of make corrections. Is this quite dry yet? Yeah, I mean, that's a big difference from that to that. Look at the two thumbs side by side. Very, very obvious which one is dry. Why is this? I don't feel like this cord is usually quite this in the way, but it is. Let's grab an orange stick here. See if I can just very gently push it back there where it was like on the nail. There we go. Okay. Whew. Of the index, the one toward the middle one, like more latex. I do get kind of skimpy around the top corners. I should have learned my lesson by now. Now I just like glommed it on totally. Oh well. It dries really fast. I like that. Definitely gonna need a couple. Oh, okay, not that many. Where'd you go, sponge? Oh well, somewhere I'm not reaching with wet nails. Down into the depths of cat hair is where I believe that sponge went. Alright. I think... yeah, that's just about dry. So... yeah, we're going to do the dark toward the cuticle, and we're going to put the light toward the tip. And then we're going to stamp. I am going to need tweezers. Okay, we've got tweezers. We've got cords that we're running over. Alright. Let's get these all open again. I think I'm nervous again now. If you guys can tell my nerves by like my expression. Like just I hope it peels as well as the other color. It should. What am I so worried about? Oops. All right. So comfortable way to all right. On a makeup sponge, I'm going to go ahead and apply the 3 colors. Pretty generous amount of the lightest color. Also a pretty generous amount of the medium color. You want to overlap that first color quite a bit. And just a touch of the darkest color. It's very dark and it can tend to overwhelm the others. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply that on all my nails. We've got a lot of stamping ahead of us. Stamping. Sponging. I guess it is stamping in a way. Stamping with the sponge. It's like you get a lot of the flakies. They're not clumping up, but you do get most of the flakies on the first dab. But we'll have a couple layers, so it'll all even out. Oh yeah, you didn't get to see these probably because it was while you were in the car. I'll show you the tests in just a second, Music Gal. After I finish this layer of sponging. I'm just trying to be super mindful of this darkest color because we do not want it taking over the whole entire world. Yeah. It's looking good. You see what I mean, guys? Like, a lot of the dark is on the latex. I'm really eyeballing my cuticle line. Like to just get a little bit so that it's not overwhelming. After about 3 coats, which is what we have here, and it's still kind of hard to see on camera, but more of the bronze that you see in the bottle comes through, and then we're going to use it to stamp this toward the lighter section, because you can't barely see here, but we tried the lighter and the medium for stamping. No go at all. Only the darker color stamped worth a damn at all. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the other hand too, might as well. Yeah, it was like they were just, I don't know. Sometimes hollow stamp really well, even if it is a really sheer stamp. Because, like, the hollow picks up strongly. In this case, it was just like I can see it in person, but the camera's not picking it up at all. And it's just, like, not, like, it's not worth it. For some reason, of all the things I do left-handed, I consider sponging to be one of the hardest. I don't know why. It's just a little bit of a challenge for me. I'm like concentrating so hard. It's like hard for me to keep it square to my nail and not leaning one side or the other. Like I really have to super concentrate. Yeah, maybe I should. It's like I can't even decide which way I should turn. Something with the angle is goofy, but I don't know what I need to do to fix it. And then, of course, there's the thumb. Okay. I start to wonder if we maybe even can get away with just 2 coats. What do you guys think? This is already a really bomb gradient. Should I not fuck with this with stamping? No, the stamping's cool, right? Yeah. No, the stamping's cool. I don't know. Dang it, camera. I should see if I can adjust that. It always turns off like 1 minute before I'm like ready to go again. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this second coat goes and just determine from there if we're gonna need to do a 3rd coat or not. This will be a very important coat. And just the weeest bit to the darkest. What do you think, you guys? I think that's good. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's really nice. Good shit, y'all. We got a good peel. Why am I whispering? It's not a secret. Everybody should know. I got a good peel. I don't really want to yell because it's kind of rude. Like, intentionally blast people's eardrums out when you're streaming. Yeah, like, it's quite thin. It's a little bit tricky almost even to get an edge. But once you do, oh my god, that's nice. That's nice. Isn't there like a GIF or something? I don't know who the guy is doing it, but you know, nice. So nice. Thank you everybody who suggested this. I remember because I remember there were multiple people that suggested it because I remember people were all talking about the different colors that they used. Like, oh, I use the turquoise, I use the purple. Ooh, there's a purple. But like I think I mentioned his Discord, I decided to go with the pearl white because I thought it would just be neutral as far as like for nail art. I thought in some cases it even like having a colored latex could make some nail art more difficult, like harder to see what you're working on and what you're doing. So that was a consideration. A little bit of staining possibility was also on my mind. Or even just like color bleeding. Oops. Got a little bit too much dark on that, but I think I saved it. Saved? Saved. Yeah, forget what else I was saying. Oops, we got a little bit of a rip. That's the first one, though. That's fine. And this will be for the thumb. So pretty. Oh, another good one. I'm so happy. My nerves are soothed, y'all. God, that looks good. Like all those little flakies and shit going on in there. I'm reconsidering the stamp. Because this just looks so good, you guys. Just, I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of different colors. And it seems to be popular stuff because I put this in my cart and then it like sold out and came back in stock 2 times before I actually checked out with it. It's not a bad idea, Musical. Sometimes, too, honestly, I think I'm, like, I don't feel like this is almost enough to stand on its own as a tutorial. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a gradient. Like, adding a stamp makes it more of a tutorial, but I don't want to add a stamp, so I don't know if I should then just not make it a tutorial. Like, should this just be, oh, God, what am I doing? Stop, what you're doing, Clad. I was, like, rubbing and peeling the latex on this figure and I'm not done stamping over here yet. I don't know. Do you guys think this just still deserves a tutorial? You have my whole second sponging of my right hand to decide. So take your time. I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I am showing something, but I'm, like, not showing much. But then that's how I feel about, like, stamping videos sometimes, too. So maybe it's a moot point. I don't know. Alright. Mocha and cake. And did I say, Musical, that that's a good idea? To add a stamp after, like, a day. And actually, even if I did that, I could record that, too. I mean, I could either, like, record the tutorial in 2 parts, or it could be like an epilogue to the tutorial, like, hey, are you bored of your manicure but don't want to change it up? Switch it up with a stamp. No, I'm sorry, I can't. There are things that make me that happy, but even as much as I love nail polish is not one of them, if that makes sense. Flakies and a gradient are relatively eye-opening for you. Well, that's a nice thing to hear. I mean, I thought I might have troubles sponging them, but they're really behaving pretty well. The one thing is, like I said, as you can see when I'm loading the sponge, they do a bit sit on top. Not as bad as with the more firm sponges, but you just want to make sure that they're not all, clumped when you go there, and then it's a little bit less suitable for sponging multiple nails at a time. Oh shit, I didn't peel that. Because it's like the second nail that you sponge isn't going to get as many flakies as the first nail. Wait, what called again? These polishes? They're colors by Llarowe. Or maybe that's not what you meant. Maybe I missed part of the chat. Or maybe you meant the latex, and I've already forgotten, except that it's some kind of body painting latex. And it's got a girl that looks like not Superwoman, Wonder Woman on the bottle. So here again, like, I either had poor connection, or I had half that was like a little bit too thin. Yeah, I wonder what they'll look like with Topcoat. I mean, hopefully 99.9% of the time Topcoat is bay. I want to get a buffer like you have, Musical, to try mattifying via buffing. That intrigues me. That intrigues me a lot. I love the finish that you got on that manicure, the final finish. And it just, I don't know. Like I said, part of the thing with matte is the texture, and that looked like it was not chalky to the touch. With a brush. Yeah, softy block. I need to remember that, because I need to place a Sally's order. As my nails get longer, I need to be prepared just in case I break one. And as we discussed many months ago, when I was having all those breaks, I don't have any fresh patching materials right now. And I think that was affecting my patches. Yeah, the flakies are just, I mean, they glow. They really glow. And this latex, I mean, like 4.75 stars. Maybe 5 stars if I can improve my own application. Really, really nice peeling. You think it works better too, son? See, I've never tried it. I feel like one of those blocks, those bigger blocks, would be easier for it than like the tropical shine ones I have that are kind of shaped more like a nail file. I've always felt like, man, how do you get it to be like an even consistency? We should film the... Of course we should film the cleanup. I'm still not... I don't know. Sometimes I just get like that too. You know, get in a weird mood. Like, I don't know if this is even worth whatever. I'll probably do it. Because it might be somebody's favorite thing ever. You know? Somebody might not know how to do a gradient. Alright, we've got a dark color by our cuticles here, you guys. We need to be really careful. And we've got flakies in here too, and they can grip in there pretty stubbornly. So maybe I should try a different brush. Sometimes I feel like I should. I like this one most of the time, but every now and then it's not quite precise enough for me. Maybe I should try a rounded one. I've never tried a rounded one. I tried an angled one once, and I did not care for that very much. But maybe a rounded one would help me be a little bit more precise. Kind of like you were talking about, Musical, with, you know, cleaning up your cuticles without leaving too big of a gap. Like, a lot of the time, if I'm honest, my gap gets a little bit wider than intended due to trying to get in there and clean up. Because I feel like even when they're in fairly neat and tidy shape, my cuticles are deep, and sometimes it's hard to get in there. I feel like I got this latex really close, though. I don't have a ton of cleanup. And I feel like, honestly, I'd be willing to try inside the cuticle with this latex. It might be up to the task. And that would solve quite a bit of my problem with cleanup. Well, assuming I can apply it really neatly. Side to side from curving motion, and then from cuticle to tip. Oh, see, when you were saying like crosshatch, I'm picturing like, shit. That direction. Ta-da! I mean, just lightly. There, melt back together. You're fine. You're fine! Go back outside and play. It's nothing but a scant knee. $1 elf. Is that the... Because the one you were using, or that you showed on stream, I think, was purple. Is that an elf one? I mean, you know, if it's purple, might already have a slight advantage. Sorry. Just a little bit off camera there. I mean, I knew this was going to happen. We discussed this before we even got started about putting dark at the cuticle. I mean, that's the price I paid. But I think this was the right call. I mean, if you imagine it like... I'm still recording. You know, like the other way around. Like with the... Why is it? Oh, cause never mind. I'm sorry. I'm having a spaz moment. You guys don't even know. Like if you pictured it with the light toward the cuticle. I don't know. I think it looks good this way. Oh yeah, we discussed the lick the finger. In that case though, I think it did need a little bit of acetone because I think I knocked it against something and I think I partly disrupted the peel off base coat. So I'm hoping, oh, there's a little bit of scraggly latex. See it? Come on. Come on, there we go. What was I saying? Oh, I think I disturbed the peel off base coat. So I'm hoping that the acetone will kind of have melded it back into place. Otherwise, hopefully it just behaves. Like it's in the middle of the nail, it's not at the edge of the nail, so it's not like it's a point where water can enter. We'll see. Thumb is looking pretty good and clean. I love this. Yeah, we might stamp this tomorrow. Oh, look, we've got some left over here too. I didn't notice that. Oh, you mean the $1 brush? I thought you meant they had a $1 grit thing. I'm sorry. Well, you know now, Musical. You are in the brotherhood or sisterhood. Fuck it, it's a sisterhood. You're in the sisterhood of streaming now, and you know the feeling of saying something and then looking up and somebody's literally responded to what you just said, but your brain can't connect it. Like your brain is like, you don't know what you just said. So you can't respond in context because you don't have context. It really is kind of weird, you guys. Anybody like hasn't streamed and hasn't experienced it, because it's not something that, like, if you're having a conversation with somebody, maybe part of it too is that you're like talking to multiple people. If you're having a conversation with somebody, you usually can keep track of the conversation. I mean, the conversation might go off on a tangent or whatever, but you're not going to forget moment to moment. This is like extra leftover latex too. Moment to moment what you're saying. But with streaming, it's multiple things at once. It's a conversation. It's a description. It's a meandering soliloquy of your innermost thoughts. And I don't think it goes through the same, like you don't filter yourself quite the same, or at least I don't. So it's like your brain isn't as involved, and then your brain can't be as involved in the responses either. Which sounds odd. I mean, it sounds super odd, but I think of course, if I have any other streamers than Musical, please feel free to chip in your 2 cents on how you can, like I said, literally say something, read a response to it, and not know what the response is in response to, except then sometimes it'll dawn on you, and then you'll feel stupid for a minute, but you kind of have to accept that there are going to be moments of stupidity on stream because it's live. And if you can kind of just roll with it and laugh it off and accept it, it's fine. It's not like the end of the world. Sometimes it's awkward, like sometimes it's more awkward than others, but yes, or you just don't understand because that was like, that was something that had been like a few minutes ago. And he's great with that. He picks up on that type of stuff all the time. Like sometimes he's lurking, but sometimes he really is watching. He's paying way more attention than you think he is. Because there are so many. It's the Gundam painter in him. His Gundam color swatching stream was so similar to like a nail polish stream of the same thread. And he kept going through the same things like, oh, I wish you guys could see the shimmer of this, and oh, the chrome just isn't getting picked up on camera properly. It was super funny. Hey, Sarah. You agree too. Yeah, and it's like, and you feel silly, but I don't know. You get over it and move on. And the great thing is, like, nobody, well, maybe there are people out there. I have not met people out there. Nobody holds it against you. Like, everybody gets that, oh, look at this leftover latex here. Okay, that's kind of gnarly. This is making me reconsider my idea to try going inside the cuticle. Because look at that. Can you guys see? A little bit of leftovers. You know, viewers, even viewers that don't stream, understand that you're not just streaming. Like, this isn't... Not that streaming is hard, but streaming also isn't easy. There's a lot of things to keep track of. There's a lot of chat to keep track of. Like, chat is a blessing and a curse. No, I don't even ever want to call it a curse. But, like, I love chat, but at the same time, sometimes it's like, oh my God, how can I keep up with chat? And sometimes you can't even, like, go back to try and read and keep up because while you're going back and reading, they're still chatting and you're just getting farther and farther behind. And then when you actually are super far behind and reading comments from minutes ago, it's really hard to remember what they were responding to that you said. So, like, learning that balance of keeping up with chat, I still feel that pressure and challenge a little bit. Almost there, LJ. We are skipping the stamping, so as soon as I finish cleanup, we're gonna top coat. I lost my train of thought again. That also happens, especially in times of sickness or sleepiness or tipsiness or nervousness or anxiousness or any time that you're streaming. Like, it either happens because, like I said, you're not clearly, like, planning out a conversation like you maybe would in a normal situation. And also because you might get interrupted and then it's like, what? Wait, what was I talking about? Sometimes by things, you know, in the chat or that you're doing or mistakes, or sometimes by like when I was completely distracted by the dude driving down the street with his boat, which still, like, in hindsight, you can tell in my voice, I'm like, why would you be out in this weather pulling a boat around? I'm not going anywhere. I went to the grocery store yesterday before it started snowing and got me my snacks and got me my orange juice, and I don't intend to go out again until Friday when I go to see Grandma. Oh, did you, Music Gal? Good. I was gonna suggest that, and then I figured that probably you would anyway, and probably Praise had already told you to, and also, like, I'm perfectly willing to give, like, my opinion or suggestion or whatever, but, like, also I should probably not be like, hey, let me tell you how to do everything. And honestly, usually at this point, I don't usually rewatch my streams. I watch everything that's clipped, but I did watch the entirety of my very first stream. It took me like 3 days to do it, because my first stream turned out way longer than I planned, but just to, like, just to see and just to, like, know. I'm just gonna go over these all, like, one more time. Actually, I see some other spots where there's a little bit of pearliness peeking out where it doesn't need to be. So maybe I should try to be a little bit less aggressively close. That little nugget right there. Just to see a little bit of everything. And to see, like, okay, I want to try to fix that, or, oh, you know, that's unfortunate, but there's nothing I can really do about that right now. Like, I still, and I think I apologize for it all the time, and sometimes I'm like, don't apologize, and sometimes, like, that sucks, you gotta apologize. the camera is still not stable. And that was one of the things in my very first video. I was like, I need to find a way to stabilize this camera better. But Sinji Lover, thank you so much for the host. Yes, Princess Sarah. And the thoughts just hanging out there. Or, like, in the middle of one thought, another thought intrudes. That happens a ton during nail art and during gaming. Like, and then that's when some of my more infamous quotes, I think, end up getting made. When these two separate trains of thought come out of your mouth at the same time. But at the end of the day, and I think you'll agree too, Musical, it's so freaking fun. And I think a part of it is just like, you know, all of us have had that experience, whether it's nails or games or whatever other hobbies of people who otherwise, like, you know, you love dearly and whatever, but they just aren't quite as into whatever you are into as you are. And you guys are right there with me on the nail art stuff. And I got a lot of guys that are right there with me on the Hollow Knight stuff, which I like is so unexpected and appreciated. Like, I didn't know how that was at all going to work when I first started with the whole gaming stuffs. That's, like, evolved beyond my wildest expectations. Okay. Just got a little final cracks and crevices sort of a check. And then we're going to top coat. Caters, hello. I'm loving how these turned out. They're just like, they're just like how I pictured. I was worried when we first started swatching and I saw how dark this darkest one was. I was like, this is not gonna work. We are gonna have problems. But this is, and you know, really, this would probably look bomb matte. Caters, they are, okay guys. Danke, Shoen? I already forgot. We spent like 5 minutes listening to pronunciations. Doe-eyed. It's got these lovely like little flakies in it that you'd be seeing. And Blonde Ambition. They're all colors by Llarowe. And once again, I've lost my train of thought, which I recall we were talking about, but I don't think is what I was just talking about. So, oh well. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, and for those that missed the story of this manicure earlier, on Saturday, we did a little haul of my Colors by Llarowe polishes that showed up, and I kind of put these all aside as colors I really would like to wear sooner rather than later, and I realized how well they all went together and decided that they should probably be put into a gradient. We've also got, we were looking at these and we did a little bit of swatching of these. These are what we're probably going to be playing with on Saturday. I say probably because maybe they'll be disastrous, but the plan with these, well, not in this order, this order. The plan with these is a gradient and then a color and clear water marble on top. Everything's fine. And those were also from the haul. Okay, final cleanup on the right hand. Trying not to wince at my overly trimmed hangnail. Oh. Another good reason not to have like fully saturated brush of acetone. These little corners. I've got to get better with that. I just need to bring the latex like up and do like that part of the corner. And I mean both sides, obviously. The only one that I don't have that problem is the one where Musical called me on it and told me to fix it. Oh. Just wish I could get like down in there and get it like fucking out of my cuticle. Oh well. left hand, I think, is better than right hand. Sorry, right hand. Always the Cindy. Poor right hand. Ugh, okay. And then we got this done pretty quick. What time is it? Only 10 o'clock. On a couple others. Yeah. Well, we'll see. My overall, where's the actual? I don't know why I kept putting it back so far away. I got this. Put it in here. And I like it. And it's cheap. So, yeah, I guess I've got some Simply Peel left. But like, okay, here's my Simply Peel bottle. Okay. Fuck. Oh, can you hear it? Oh, look at it's already a little glah, glah. Oh, glah. Okay. Don't nobody want to fuck around with that shit. I mean, I don't know. At this point, it's probably unlikely that I'll finish it off because I'd have to deal with that to even get it in a usable condition. Like, I don't know. It seems to be a very persnickety latex, and I don't know. I mean, I've just started using this. Maybe this will get grosser as I go along. But I don't know, Music Gal, you can let me know. Or somebody else was just telling me. Was it LJ? Whoever else also said to use a syringe, who also uses this, and a couple other people. I mean, I'm assuming it stays pretty usable in the little tub, you know, through multiple refills. Maybe gets a skin on top, I would guess. A skin on top actually maybe would work well. Or to like cover the whole thing with plastic wrap and then just like pierce a hole for the syringe. You know, like just a little spot. All right, here. Everybody's favorite part. Do you guys want to be closer? Should I zoom you in? Like a couple more notches for the top coat. Once you've finished cleanup, you can finish off with top coat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Alright, you guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm right at this moment. Music Gal probably wants to come at my pinky's cuticle with the cuticle scoop. The polish scoop. I'll take care of it in a minute, I promise. In fact, maybe I'll even... No, I don't. You know what? I don't have a clean orange stick handy. I was going to say, I should just get it with an orange stick right now. Gotta glom it on there. Oh, you guys, this is so pretty. I'm so happy with this. We might do one more nail art before Water Marble March, because you know what I kind of wanted to do and I didn't get around to doing yet is a non Water Marble St. Patrick's Day design. It's been many a year since I did that. Oh, it's so good. Oh, look at those flakies. Yeah. Let me do this hand before it's fully dry. The baby cat. Yeah, I don't know, because, like, okay, we're coming up on the end of the month. We got, like, a week left. And I was thinking Saturday I would just go right into testing for Water Marble March, because I have last Saturday's haul. I have the stained glass reverse stamping roses. And now I'll have this, all of which technically should be edited and uploaded pre-March. So I feel kind of like I could move right into... Oh no. Do you see it right there? Or wait, should I lick my finger or should I use a little bit of acetone? The spit was not powerful enough. Might need to re-top coat right there. What did I ding you on anyway? Lost track of thought again. Oh, yeah. I could save them for after March. I don't know though. That's how manicures get lost. Like, just forget to ever edit or do anything with. The thing is, so, I mean, I've kind of... Well, what have we done this? 2 or 3 weeks in a row now. Wednesday nail streams. And usually nail art, although we have done... just a nail polish and chill plain manicure, too. Of course, that wasn't on a Wednesday. When was that? Oh, that was on a Saturday. Anyway... I've kind of adjusted my streaming schedule to more consistently fit 2 nail streams per week. What I have not successfully done yet is updated my editing schedule to edit more than 1 video a week. So, like, the roses are recorded. They're not edited. They're not, like, ready to go. Just like on Sunday, the hearts or whatever I put up on Sunday was not ready to go. Like, I'm sitting here editing it last minute like, dude, you recorded this weeks ago. Why isn't this done? I don't know, self, because I hate recording and I procrastinated. Because that's why. I feel like I want to smooth this just a tiny bit more with acetone. Like that. And then I can... like that. There we go. Invisible now. Alright, LJ. I'm glad you got to stay for the top coat. Let me get another really good look at those flakies for you. They're just so glowy. They're little embers of awesomeness in there. Oh. I love this, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup on this other hand. I actually wasn't too glomming with the top coat. And in this case, if I do decide to do some stamping, this would probably be a case where I'd start that with some yellow stopper or with some oily bonder. Like when you're just doing your nails, usually if the polish is just like not quite fully dry, like just a little bit tacky still, will be enough to help you with the stamping. But if you've like had a manicure on for a full day and your nails are like dry, I definitely would recommend a little something to help the stamping adhere. It's not 100% required, but it'll save you some frustration. I had a stamp that I was like really trying to show how I was cleaning it up, and it was too dry by the time I went to stamp it in my polished sketchbook and only part of it stamped. I actually was able to pick up the whole thing with my lint roller and like save the spot on the notebook that I was trying to use. So I suppose tomorrow, since my nails will be fully dry, I could try that. I could try that technique. A little bit more on the edges here. And then, I mean, of course, acetone does dry out. But before I record the intro and outro, I will wash my hands. Just get rid of that. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Roasty Toasty Nails Amethyst. Hey, Ned. Coming in a little bit on the end, but just in time to see the pretty awesome finished result here. Off your nail. See, I told you guys. I was like, that is not a unique idea. I'm positive I'm not the first one to think of that. But usually when I'm doing... Okay, I feel like this is too close now. Usually when I'm doing stamping, my nails aren't quite dry enough to attempt that. I really... Have I said how much I like this? Alright, let's see what's going on the Twitch. A part of me is kind of tempted to just transition and stream some Hollow Knight also. But there's a sleepy part of me that says I should go to bed, and there's a non-procrastinating part of me that says that I should edit that video that I was just talking about how I had not edited. What you got going on here, Twitch? Let's see here. Dr. Crotron is streaming! Okay. Guess where we're going, guys? Comfy hard mode rando over on Dr. Crotron's. It doesn't look like he's made much progress. He's only been up for 20 minutes. Up streaming. We're gonna raid Dr. Crotron. An amethyst comment is gonna be our raid message. Roasty Toasty Gradient. So, if you guys want to hang around and go bust in on Dr. Crotron, you know, this actually raises the odds of me editing, because since I have two screens, I can have him on one screen and edit on another screen, still chat, hang out, and still be productive. So, this is great all around. And we'll see tomorrow. Maybe a Hollow Knight stream, but also maybe not. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord. I have some things I need to take care of. I love these so much. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. I said that 5 times. I'll see you later.